Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a craft video. Yes, I'm very excited about this craft because it's very inexpensive, it's easy, and it's beautiful. Now, I cannot take credit for this craft. I actually was watching some YouTube videos and I came across a YouTube channel called Julie's Wreath Boutique. And it is her channel that I got this idea from. So I definitely want to give credit where credit is due. So I will link Julie's channel in the description box below. Now, today we are making a gorgeous Deco mesh cross wreath, I guess you could call it, a cross wreath. Now, you can use regular Deco mesh for this project, or they also make what is called poly mesh. It's just, I guess, like a heavier gauge mesh. But I will link, the channel, or not the channel, the store where I purchased my poly mesh from. I will leave the link for that in the description box as well. You are going to need, first off, is a cross, wreath form. They do sell these at Dollar Tree. Now, my Dollar Tree didn't have them. However, you can go on Dollar Tree online and they will allow you to order less than a case of these. You do have to order 4, at least 4. So I ordered 8 of them because I thought I may make some like for my family's graves and stuff like that. So I figured I might as well get them while I'm, ordering them. So you can order these at Dollar Tree if your Dollar Tree doesn't have them. So you will need one of these, and it is, hang on. It is like a 24-inch, I think it is, wreath form, 24 inches long. So that will be the first item you're going to need. Then you are going to need zip ties. They also sell these at the Dollar Tree as well. So zip ties. You are going to need some florals of your choice, depending on what color mesh you're using. You will need some florals. Now, some of these florals that I have picked out, I got these at Goodwill because they're gorgeous roses. So I will be incorporating some of these on my wreath, as well as some of these plastic fern that I got at Dollar Tree. And in my stash of stuff downstairs, I also have some of these cherry blossoms. I don't remember where I got these. I think these were thrifted as well. And these, which as you can see, I got these at the Salvation Army. So I am going to incorporate some of these into my cross as well. So basically, everything is pretty much cheap. I mean, most of the florals were thrifted. So, you can't go wrong. That's why I always buy. If I find really nice florals at the thrift store, I always pick them up. So you will need florals of some type. Now, this is the poly burlap mesh. And it is a 10-inch roll. It is 10 inches long, and that's what you are going to need. So 10-inch poly burlap mesh. You will need either scissors to cut your mesh or a rotary cutter, a ruler because you're going to need 10-inch pieces of your mesh. I'm trying something different today. When I was watching Julie's video, she was using a soldering iron to run down her mesh with. Apparently, it kind of like melts the ends so that it doesn't fray. So, if you don't have this, just use cutters, a rotary cutter, or your scissors. Okay? I just thought I would try it. So, I got this on Amazon. So because I'm going to use the soldering iron to cut my mesh, I have a mat down here on my work surface, which is made out of plastic and rubber. I don't want to melt that, so I have this old cut glass cutting board that I will use to use the soldering iron on my mesh so that I don't burn my cutting mat. You're going to need wire cutters for your florals. And I think that's it, guys. So, please pardon the way I look today. It's just one of those days, and I wasn't planning on showing myself in the video, but, you know, here I am, so don't scream too loud. Okay, so I'm going to, what I want to do is I will show you how this works with the soldering iron to cut this mesh. So this mesh is, how many feet? It's 10 yards. It's 10 yards in the roll. Let me put that over there. So this is your mesh. And it is kind of like, it almost feels plastic, okay? So let me see if I can turn this camera down far enough where you're going to be able to see what I'm doing. No. Let me see. How can I do this so you guys are going to be able to see? Yeah, that's not going to work. Dang it. I'm going to have to, I know what I'll do. Just give me a minute, guys. I'll be back. All right, this is much better. Now you can see what I'm doing. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mesh. You see how it unravels? That is the reason we're going to try this soldering gun. So I am going to measure on my mat has measurements on it. So I'm going to start at the 1 inch mark. Okay, and I am now at 10 inches. So I'm going to take my soldering iron and I'm just going to go down like this. Oh, it didn't work. Hold on. I guess I got to do it a little slower. I guess not. Where's my scissors? Apparently, it's not hot enough. I don't know. Let me cut these off. All right, let's try it again. Well, I guess it works a little bit better if you just go slower. I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. I just feel like it takes longer to use this than it does to use my rotary cutter. Okay. All right, so I am going to cut. You are going to need a total of, let me see, 8, 3, 6, 9. You're going to need 17 10-inch pieces of mesh. 17 10-inch pieces of mesh. So I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to cut all of my pieces and then I'll be back. Okay, guys. So now, here we go. I have my 10-inch piece of mesh. And I'm laying it just flat down on the surface. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one corner and fold it over here to the opposite corner. Okay, making a triangle. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to, in the middle where the tips are here, okay, I'm just going to start gathering right up the center with my fingers. Okay, so you'll end up with this, but then I'm going to fold it upwards and grab it like this. And then you will end up with something that looks like wings. If I can get this to lay the right way. It's not even. There, that's better. Okay. So you will end up with like angel wings. So it should look like this. Okay. Now you're going to take your cross. And this is where the mat comes in handy because it has measurements. So I'm just going to lay it on here. And at 2 inches is where I am going to attach this first angel wing, as I'm going to call it. And you're going to attach it at the bottom of the cross with your pointy edges facing downwards. So at 2 inches, okay, and I'm going to take let me bring these out of here. I'm going to take my, my zip tie. I'm going to go under the 2 center bars and zip tie this to the wreath form. If I can get it in there, there we go. You can use pipe cleaners, but I just feel like zip ties hold so much better than pipe cleaners. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like at the bottom of your cross. Okay? Then you'll take your wire cutters and just cut off the excess zip tie. All right, let me move that over. We'll move on to the next one. And we're going to do the triangle, and then we're just going to gather it. And then we're going to fold it up. Like that. Okay. Then we're going to bring our cross over. We're going to go up 2 inches. And we're going to zip tie the next one. So let's see, that's 8. So right here, no, wait. Hello, I got it the wrong way. at 10 inches, and we will zip tie the next one. 2 inches, I'm sorry, 2 inches from the last one. I'll get the hang of it, guys. This is the first time I'm doing this, so we're learning together of how to do this. Okay. And then we'll cut that off. Okay. I'm going to show you one more. Show me one more. Never mind you. Fold it to the opposite corner. And then gather it all the way up to the tips. And then fold it. It's easier to fold it if you're holding it up against the board. There we go. Yes. So now we're going to go up. So up to 12 on my mat. And we're going to zip tie this bad boy. You can give it a little play, you know, just to make sure that you want to make sure you're covering up the underneath where it starts. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is what we have so far. I know it's hard to see, guys. There we go. That's what we have so far. See, you still get the unraveling, even using the solder gun. So, you know, but it's less than, you know. Okay, so I am going to finish doing these all the way up to here, and then I will be back. Okay, guys, so I'm back. So this is what I have so far. So this is the longest part of the cross. I can kind of show you this way. So there's the top of your cross, and that's the bottom. So now the next thing we're going to do is the 2 sides and then the top. And it's going to be the same thing. We're going to take our piece of mesh. And you want the salvaged ends at the top and the bottom, okay? We're going to do the same thing. We're going to fold it to the opposite corner so we have a triangle, okay? And then we're going to gather, just pinch. You're just pinching and pulling, pinching and pulling, pinching and pulling, like just gathering it. Then we're folding it in half. Okay? Now, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start, I'm going to have to do it backwards like this. We're going to start 2 inches in from the end of the cross to place our first angel wing. And then we're going to grab our twist tie. Make sure you put it through the right way, you know. I just kind of push it down with my finger till it gets close enough, and then I can let go and pull it tight. Okay? So there is the first one, and we're going to cut that off. Now, we're going to do 3 on this side and 3 on this side. So when I get the 2 sides done, I'll be back to show you what it looks like. All right, guys, I do have my 2 sides done. Okay. I'm going to do this top section, and then I'm going to come back and show you something. So I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I have this, I have all of my mesh on my cross, but there's a little too much of the cross showing right here at the top of the longest part. So I forgot to show you this part. What you're going to do is you're going to take one more 10-inch piece, okay? And you're going to do the same thing. We're going to make another little angel wing. And try to make sure that you have, you know, this as even as possible when you fold it. Okay? All right, so let's gather this up. Gotta want to make sure that it's even. Okay. So now what I'm going to actually do is I am going to come up. I'm going to come up to about here. Okay, so I have about 2 inches here. I'm going to cut off this last inch, okay, with these terrible scissors. And then I'm going to attach it here, so that it covers up that little bit of the green of the wreath form. Pull it nice and tight, and then we're going to trim off the excess. All right. Now it's all about embellishing. We are going to put some beautiful flowers on here. You can put them through, if it's not real tight, you can slide your stems right through these existing zip ties to put your flowers on here. Or if you wanted to, you could hot glue them. But if it's going to be outside, you're better off to zip tie your flowers on here. So let me start with, I want to start with a center flower. And I really would like to use one of these hydrangeas. Let me just see what I have here. Flowers are falling out everywhere. I want this one up here. Let me undo. I'm sorry, guys. It probably, somebody obviously used this as a bouquet in a wedding. And I did not undo all of this ribbon, and I should have, so that I can get at the dang flowers. Okay, you know me, flying by the seat of my pants. All right, so, actually, the first thing I'm going to do is put in some of my, I want to have some longer flowers coming up, okay, like going up and down and to the sides. So, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, here they are. I love these cherry blossoms. All right, so They're really long, so I'm going to get my wire cutters and I'm going to clip some of these off. Get off of there. All right, let me see. So this is really up to you how you would like to do this. I think I made these a little bit too tight, so I'm going to probably have to I might have to zip tie them extra instead of using the existing zip ties. But that's okay because that's going to be covered up. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do the least amount of zip ties as possible. And I'm going to try and do the top and the bottom one using one zip tie. So let me cut off some more of these gorgeous cherry blossoms. I'm going to put another one going up this way. And then I want another one. Let me get one with lots of flowers. Well, this one's all right. Put this one going that way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay my flowers out and try to zip tie them without using 15 zip ties. You know what I'm saying? So we want to have them with a little bit of, you know, and then I can come back and actually trim off the excess stems. Okay, now we're going to put some going along the sides as well. Let me see here. These I'm going to have to do separately, I think. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe not. I know it's hard for you guys to see what I'm doing. I'm doing my best, guys, but, you know, I don't have the proper, I told you before, the proper equipment for doing craft videos, but I do my best, and I hope that you guys do learn something from them. Okay. So, just trying to make sure that I got it. We'll see what happens. This one I wanted to bring up a little bit. It's stuck on the mesh. There we go. I want to make sure that I only get the stems and not the flowers when I zip tie them. All right, so I think I'm going to zip tie what I have so far, and then I will show you guys what it's looking like so far. So I'm just going to go, I'm going in between using the two tallest bars. I'll show you after I get this in place. Okay, I'm not going to cut that off yet because, all right, so let me show you how this looks so far, guys. I know it's hard for you to see, but if I keep moving my camera, all right, so now you can kind of see where we're going. Now, I want to add some other flowers on here as well. I can cut that off now. I do want to put my hydrangea in the middle. So let me see. Let me see. I would like to put the leaf in there too, but I don't know. It's going to be kind of hard. We'll see what we can do. But see, I want it to lay like that as a center. Unless I could do, I could put two. I could put two. Let's see. Where's my wire cutters? I might have to glue these. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I think, I mean, I could put these together like this. I'll show you what I mean. Let me turn this leaf. So this is what I can do. I can zip tie these two flowers together. I could zip tie them right here, and the leaf would hide the zip tie. I could zip tie them and then perhaps add some other flowers underneath the zip tie on here. So let's try that. Let's try that. All right, let me see what I can do here. I'm going to tighten it, but just enough to keep it not moving so that I can fiddle with it. And add some more flowers coming out of this existing zip tie. I have some beautiful daisies here, and I have the roses. Now those aren't going to match very well, I don't think. I might just do, I love these roses though. These are so pretty. Now this color will match because it has pink on there. So I could definitely use some of those. Let me Let me cut one of these off. And I can stick it like through this zip tie. Like, see what I did? I just stuck it through the zip tie. And then I could do it again. Do it again with this one. Oh, I was trying to push the leaves up there and I knocked the whole flower off. Let me put this back on there. Okay. Let me cut that off way down here. Okay, so now I'm going to take this. See the zip tie here, guys? I'm just going to take this and I'm going to do it the opposite way and stick it in through the zip tie here. I know you can't see. Hang on. Like that. So I have like and then I'm going to put another one coming this way. There. So this is what I've got, guys. And then I'm going to zip tie this whole thing to the center. Okay? But I need to tighten this first. This zip tie that I have all of these running through. Trim that off. I'm going to trim off, see these extra stems that are sticking out? I'm going to trim all of that off. Okay, so now I'm going to get another zip tie. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through I'm going underneath this existing zip tie with my other one. And then, so let me see here. Get this how I want it. I gotta flip this over to see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna come underneath. I know this is really hard for you guys to see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. So I'm coming up. So where I zip tied the first layer of flowers, as you can see, I came right in between the two center, the square, okay? And now I'm coming the same way with this zip tie. Of course, I don't have it in the right way. I got to turn it. There we go. And I'm going to zip tie the other bundle of flowers on here as well. Let me see if it's on there the right way. Well, you know, guys, it's not so bad for my first time doing this. I feel like I need one more flower over here to balance that out. Let me see if I can do this. Yep. Put it right underneath the zip tie. Except I want it. There we go. All right, guys. This was a hard video to show you with my camera the way it is, but let me pause the camera and I will hang this up and I will show you what it looks like. All right, guys, here is the finished product. I really think this came out beautiful. I do apologize that the video was not easier for you to see when I was trying to put the flowers in. But I hope you were able to catch enough where you can do this project very simply. I mean, just to put all the mesh on the cross, it really only takes about 15 or 20 minutes just to do that part, not even, maybe 15 minutes. And then it's just a matter of adding your flowers. If you just want to hot glue them, that's perfectly fine. Or you can zip tie them the way I did. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, share, subscribe, and please click the link for Julie's channel that I left for you in the description box. Thanks, guys. See you later.